Welcome everyone, Dylan Gemelli here today with a brand new video for you. And in today's video I want to talk about another peptide, and the peptide I want to discuss today is CJC 1295. And I'll explain what the following word DAC means, where it says with DAC or no DAC or just DAC, so we understand exactly what that means as well, so there won't be any confusion on that. So I'll really touch on every aspect of CJC 1295. So what is CJC 1295? So it's a peptide hormone, okay, that is used in an analog of a GHRH, which is your growth hormone releasing hormone. And it has the ability to actually raise growth hormone and IGF-1 levels. Okay, and that can boost from A to Z, and that will really allow a person to reach their fitness goals at a much higher level or at a greater capacity. Many actually use peptides as a part of the stacks that they're running, especially to enhance like a steroid cycle and their overall performance. So I'm going to discuss with you, all the benefits of it, what it actually brings to the table. I'm going to teach you how to use it properly and go over the side effects with it as well. So first, like I said, after you see CJC 1295, you're going to see the words DAC, and that's going to say, or it's going to be with DAC or no DAC. So what exactly is DAC? Because you see it all the time, many of us do, and most of us have no clue what it even means. Okay, DAC means drug affinity complex. Okay, so with DAC drugs, you're going to be a little bit pricier. If you want to get the best bang for your dollar, just the most out of it, you're probably going to want to get the DAC version that actually has it included. The reason is you're going to get more growth hormone pulses, and half-life of the CJC with DAC is a lot more lengthy. Okay, so it's actually made possible with the addition of the DAC, and that's going to bind to the albumin that is circulating throughout the body, okay, for many days, and it will continue to look for receptors to actually bind to. Now, on the other hand, if you want more injections and a shorter half-life, then you're going to go with the no DAC. If you want the best money value, less injections and more GH pulses, then you're going to go with the DAC version. So this is how CJC actually works. Now, it actually tells the pituitary gland to release growth hormones, okay? Remember that the body's smart, and it's going to try to maintain a homeostasis balance. So the GH is actually going to be released in pulses. That's what when you hear about this, the pulsing of GH release, that's what it's talking about. So in fact, it's partly the reason why CJC works much better when stacked with GHRP as well. You want to basically always stack it with the GHRP. Most of us know, but some of us don't know. As we age, especially when we start to get into our 30s and above, our growth hormone is going to drop rapidly. And it's just going to continue to fall until it's almost nothing when we become seniors. Once you become a certain age, it's basically belittled down to nothing. So this is why our body seems to get a little slower each year, why we develop those nagging injuries, and we tend to have a much more difficult time healing as we get older. I'm sure many of you have gone through this. Okay, so being able to fight off getting old is every person's dream, as most of us know. And you're going to get those growth hormone pulses as a result of using CJC 1295. And that's basically like, if you look at it, it's like tapping into the fountain of youth, because it's really what it is, because that's what you're getting out of it. Now, what are the other benefits when we're talking about using it? So that with these types of growth hormone peptides, you're not necessarily going to achieve overnight results. When you use a peptide, you need to be prepared to be patient. Okay? You need to be prepared for this to work over time. Same with HGH. All of these, they take time. But over time, you see drastic changes. It doesn't happen in 2 to 4 weeks. Okay? So you have to understand that and be patient. If you're expecting something drastic, like within a week or 2 to 4 weeks, then peptides are not for you. Now, the people that actually stick with this and they use it over time can actually expect better and harder sleep, anti-aging properties, fat loss, lean muscle, mass growth, injury repair, and much better vitality. Those benefits are well worth the wait. I guess is what I'm getting at. Now, the side effects are actually very, very mild, and they're actually quite rare. They only take place if you really abuse the dosing of the compound. So some users will complain about numbness in the fingers and hands, joint aches, and low blood sugar, but they're causing it by their abusive nature of dosing. So that would be one of the main issues. Now, how do you dose it? So in order to store and use CJC 1295, you're going to need to mix it with bacteriostatic water, reconstitution, and you're going to need to keep it in the refrigerator. Now, I would recommend using an insulin needle, and you can inject it anywhere sub-Q. For instance, a popular spot that most people would get is the stomach fat around the belly area. It's a very easy injection. You just pinch down on a little bit of fat on your stomach, and boom, it's quite simple. Now, the scheduling of doses has been something that people kind of debate quite often. Everyone has their own strategy. For me, I would say the best way to do CJC with DAC, it would be 2 milligrams every 3 days. While and if you're going with the no DAC version, in smaller amounts, you'd go 150 micrograms 2 to 3 times daily. Yeah, that's right. So you'd be doing it 2 to 3 times daily. Try injecting on an empty stomach before breakfast, and then before bed. And it's also wise to use, like I said, the GHRP to stack with it to really maximize the results. So that, my friends, is CJC 1295. You know, I can't say too much negative about it. Very promising. There's a lot of good qualities about it. Nothing drastic, but very beneficial. And it's a nice addition if you can find quality, and that's a big if. And that's good luck. You know, I'm not really going to advise on that. It's good luck on where to find it, because there's so many bad places out there. But I'm sure there's good places too. If you can get hands on it, it might well be worth consideration. That being said, stay tuned for plenty more videos to come. Dylan Gemelli, signing off.